Today I've got 3 fantastic dive watches under £1,000 you need to know about. Let's get into it! Yes, and welcome to the Mad Watch Collector Show. I'm going to show off 3 fantastic dive watches from brands you've never seen on this channel before. Yes, independent watch brands that are really making a name for themselves in 2026 and beyond. And I'm almost annoyed I haven't shown these brands off any sooner.
I've only got 2 hands, you know.
Anyway, all 3 dive watches are well under £1,000 and offer you, the watch enthusiast, some very compelling specifications. So sit back, relax, and let me show you some awesome dive watches that you might not have seen before. Oh, and hang on till the end for my wife's first impressions. Oh. Are you dive watch ready? Let's go. Right, so I'm going to start with a British-based company, and they are called CLEMENCE. Now, I met the owner last year at a London watch show, and I got to see a few of their watches that were currently available, and I just really dug their designs. As I said, British company, and what I loved after talking to the founder, who is an ecologist by training, is his passion for watches and blending them with the outdoors. Not only that, but trying to do as much as this brand can do in Britain. Anyway, I'm going to show you a prototype. There are a couple of improvements going to be made to the production pieces. Pre-orders were done at the end of last year, but I know there's going to be a new batch coming very soon. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the Clemens Photic Mark II. Now, I didn't ask Clemens to send me a particular color reference, and I gotta be honest, I'm glad I let them choose, because this looks awesome. Normally I wouldn't choose fumé or sunbursty dials, but this, wow, what a dial this is. Rose goldy plated numerals and hands with this deep oceany misty blue. 316L stainless steel all over. The case has been refined so much. The profile of it is great, very slim. That's great for me and my 6.5-inch wrist. We have an awesome lot of grippage, not only on the bezel, but on the big crown at 3 o'clock. The insert to the bezel is sapphire glass. It's 120 clicks, unidirectional, and I tell you what, that is a lovely bezel action. Not too tight, not too light. Have a listen. No backplay whatsoever. For a prototype to have tolerances of that on it, well, for anyone that has bought the production model, you're in for a great bezel. Now, although the case and the bracelet is 316L, the bezel is actually made with 904L, which gives it a more of a sheen, a shimmer, but is much more non-corrosive as regular 316L. Dome sapphire glass, screw down crown, screw down case back. This watch is a 300-meter diver, so pretty much wear it anywhere you want, in all sorts of weathers. The bracelet is beautiful, solid links, great double deploying clasp that is milled. We also have a great on-the-fly extension on the clasp, something that seems to be a bare minimum now with micro brands. The watch head is 39mm in diameter. It's only 10.5mm thick, which is fantastic. Seeing as though it's a pretty capable deep diver, it's 46.5mm lug to lug, meaning this is going to wear on absolutely everyone's wrist, and it has a very strapaholic lug width of 20mm. Let it be known that the whole watch has been hardened coated, making it 5 times more scratch resistant without the coating. Also, CLEMENCE have a custom made soft iron cage which surrounds the movement, protecting it for up to 25,000 Gauss. Now, yes, is this all over engineering or just showing the sheer power that CLEMENCE has? Now, inside we have a Miyota 9039. It's a fantastic reliable movement, 4 Hertz, and is actually regulated to minus or plus 12 seconds a day. Now, on this prototype model, we have 10 layers of BGW9 lume coating. As you can see, it's pretty bright, but CLEMENCE are going to add more and more layers on the production model, making this stand out even more. And on my 6.5-inch wrist, this watch is pretty perfect for me. The thickness, the case size, the dial size, the crown size. Also, big shout out to Clemens, who sized this bracelet for me before it was sent. I do appreciate that. This is a watch I definitely want to see as a production piece, because if the prototype is anything to go by, it could be our next daily diver. Now, if you want this watch on the FKM rubber strap, it's going to cost £575. With the bracelet, it's going to be $649. Now, I think the bracelet is that good, you've got to go with that option. Plus, when you do buy, you get a 2 years warranty and a darn fine watch. Look out in the spring when these are available again, because they will go quick again. Right, on to an American brand now, who are trying to do everything in America, which is very cool. And I know you guys out there appreciate that a lot. Obviously, that comes with financial challenges, doesn't it? Which is the whole reason why watch brands outsource, because they save a lot of money. And the next watch comes from a brand called Vaer, another brand that I wish I showed you earlier, because they make fantastic tactical watches ready for absolutely anything. To me, the brand feels very military and US military. And from the very first watch they made in 2016, the product values have never changed. From extreme water resistance to extensive US sourcing and being a responsible business for long-term growth. Vaer have sold over 50,000 watches since it was founded, so they're not doing bad, are they? Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I give you the C4 Tactical Field DLC Solar. How cool does this thing look? Now, it is inspired by the Benrus Type 1 that was issued to US Navy SEALs, but with that in a 24-hour scale, definitely has that US military vibe going on. I've got to be honest, I am a sucker for tonneau cases and also for brands that stick that crown at 4 o'clock. That is an intent, meaning this watch needs to be comfortable in all extremes, whether it's a punch up or a swift half at the pub. It's got to be comfortable. Anyway, the machining to this 316L stainless steel case is great. The DLC coating looks pretty spot on. I love that matte look. It's perfect for a tactical watch. But here we have another brand using loom blocks on the dial, and I gotta say, it's a genius move. And for the price these watches are going for, probably the most value for money loom block watch you can buy. The bezel has a good grip to it because of its matte finish. It's 120 clicks. It's a little bit light, but still nice. There's no wiggle at all. Have a listen. This aluminium insert is also loomed. We have a screw down crown and a screw down case back, which gives this watch 200 meters of water resistance. The strap was very supple. It's a waffle style FKM rubber, baby, with matching DLC coated hardware. We have a domed sapphire glass protecting the dial. And as you can see, the seconds hand is ticking. This is quartz, and powering this baby is a Japanese Epson VS-42 module. If you know Epson, they're the company that own Seiko. So you're getting a very reliable movement. Even more reliable because it's solar powered, meaning you're not going to need to change your battery. And this thing is only going to lose 10 seconds to gain 20 seconds every single month. Perfect for a tactical team watch. The loom, well, take a look at this. Is this a fireworks show or what? Super Luminova, including the Super Luminova blocks. This is going to give you a great glow for however long you need it. And on my 6.5 inch wrist, well, I just think it's brilliant. 41.5 millimeters in diameter. This isn't a small watch, but because the lug to lug is only 48, it still wears on my wrist fantastically. It's 12.8 millimeters thick, and it has a very strapaholic lug width of 20 millimeters. The AR coating on this sapphire glass is ridiculous. Sometimes I can't tell whether there's glass protecting the dial or not. Big thumbs up from me. Now, to buy this watch, it's going to cost $499. Just remember about the import and export tax, but a solar powered watch and looks so badass. Please check out Vaer.
Could you just click that like button, please? It really helps the channel. Thank you.
Next up is a highly anticipated watch from a brand called Maen. Now, I've reviewed a couple of Maen watches before, and I have always been extremely impressed with the quality of their watches and the price they sell them at. This brand has a simple vision to just offer the best quality watches at reasonable prices. And from its inception in 2017, Maen has made over 6 collections and have released watches to over 90 countries. Ladies and gentlemen, here is that Hudson Mark V. Now bear in mind, this is a prototype. The release is coming very soon, and I gotta say, as per usual with this company, I'm impressed. Because like all Maen watches, when you handle them, they feel luxurious. There is a lot of time gone into the way these feel, as well as the way they look, but you get that refined vintage feeling. Very hard to explain without you holding one yourself. Now, I don't know how Maen's manufacturing works, but I don't think I see many polished cases more polished outside a Grand Seiko. This watch really pulls in from those 50s dive watches. 316L case and bracelet, 38mm in diameter, 47 lug to lug, just over 12mm thick, and another strapaholic 20mm lug width. We have an absolutely incredible box sapphire crystal protecting the dial, beautiful screw down crown at 3 o'clock with a screw down case back. This watch is another 300-meter diver. Onto the bezel, and the grip is amazing. It's quite a light feeling at the minute of this 120 click unidirectional bezel. It will be much improved come the production model, but it does feel refined. The dial itself, well, we have this awesome sandpaper texture, and it contrasts so well with the what could be described as a dressy batons, showing us the hours, 2 batons at 12 to distinguish 12. Love the touch of red for the name Hudson, and I really do appreciate the raised logo, which almost goes over top of that textured dial. But that, together with the slightly sloping rehault that has the minute and seconds in, it just looks great. The bracelet is fantastic as well. Solid end links, solid links, easy open spring bars. This bracelet is made up of 5 links. We have 2 polished inner links, double deploying again, the clasp is milled, and we have Maen's version of their on-the-fly adjustment, almost like a Rolex glide lock system. Overall, with the bracelet and the case, it's a stunning looking watch. Powering this prototype is a Solita movement. However, inside production models, you are going to see the La Perret G100, which is an automatic Swiss movement, 4 Hertz, and has a 68-hour power reserve. When it comes to lume, pretty darn clear. We've got the lume pip on the bezel and super luminova on the hands and indices. Very legible, probably not the brightest of the 3, but still does a very good job. And on my 6.5-inch wrist, this is also a watch I would wear a lot. For some reason, I do get old Rolex Submariner references from the crown. On that crown, by the way, it's slightly out a bit. It will be pushed in more come production, so don't worry about that. I love the profile of it on my wrist. I love the comfort of this bracelet. I love the markings on the bezel, and I love that textured dial. Now, to get this watch with this Swiss movement, it's going to cost £649 on the rubber. If you want the bracelet, it's going to cost an extra $137 plus VAT. I would 100% get this watch on the bracelet it was designed for. Look out for when the Hudson Mark V is available. So there we go, 3 absolutely amazing dive watches that could be gracing your watch box. I'd love to know in the comments below which one of these 3 is your favourite and who's going to pull the trigger. I would have absolutely no hesitation reviewing another watch from either one of these brands. They all make darn good watches with a solid business base, and they know what us watch enthusiasts want. Lovely jubbly. So here we are, my wife's first impressions on all 3 watches, starting with the Hudson. Oh, yes. It's okay, a bit blingy, reminds me of spider webs and pencils. Next up, the Vaer C4 Tactical. Yes, I like this. Very stealthy, feels stealthy. I like the matte feel to it. Overall, really good. And finally, the Clemens Photic Mark II. Yeah, not a massive fan. It's a bit shimmery, this watch. Reminds me of a school teacher's watch. It's okay. I mean, I don't know what's going on in my wife's head when I show her these watches, but she has a vision and we've got to trust in that vision. Thank you so much to Vaer, Clemens and Maen for sending these watches in. For 2026, I really want to get as many new brands on this channel as possible, and today's show is a darn good start. In the description below, you will see links to all 3 brands' websites. Get on there and fill your boots. Thank you so much for watching till the end. You are mad watch collectors, aren't you? If you want to show a bit more support to the channel, we got a Patreon now. See the shows early, blooper reels, behind the scenes content, private group chat, and get your name credited at the end of every show like this fantastic lot. But if I've got you here for a few more minutes, and I reckon I have, especially you there, you in the bath, I see you. I think you should click this one. Go on. Click it. Go on. You'll love it. Click it. Amazing watches about to come at your door. Go on. Click it. Put the soap down. Click it.